Dạ, cảm ơn quý vị đã không rời màn hình. Nay chúng tôi xin tiếp tục phần 2 của chương trình nói về di chúc. Let me ask you this. For the bundle of will and the advance directive, what is the difference between the medical power attorney and the financial power attorney?
The medical power of attorney
Is it advance directive? Is it the
they
same
are
thing?
advanced directives mean that they are put in effect while you are mentally capable of understanding, doing them, and signing them. So they are advanced directives. And those medical powers of attorney, and that's what a power of attorney is. It's a document that I sign, maybe appointing Angie if I become where I can't handle my medical consents, or I can't handle my transfer or dealing with my real estate. I can appoint Angie while I am mentally alert to make those decisions just in case I can't make them. So we call them advance directives. And but here's the good news. They do not take away any of your right to make any of your medical decisions or any of your business decisions. And you don't lose any right. Well, you don't lose any rights. And people don't seem to know this. I've dealt with a lot of nursing homes that take away, say, when the relative comes in with a power of attorney. I come in and I say, Angie can't make her decisions. And I hand them the power of attorney, and they start listening only to me, and they don't talk to you anymore. That's not correct. You don't lose any of your rights. But
Since
everybody
you are still
thinks
alert.
they do. Yeah. Well, even if you're not alert, you don't lose your rights.
Well, let's go slow.
Okay.
Okay, you said that the power attorney is a piece of document that you assign someone to make a medical decision in case that you are no longer capable.
Right. Or a business decision if it's the business power of attorney.
Okay. Bà cho biết về cái Advance Directive là một cái văn kiện, trong đó mình có thể chỉ định một cái người nào trong gia đình quyết định thay cho mình trong trường hợp mà mình không có còn cái khả năng để quyết định về vấn đề y tế. Well, you have someone that you assign to make a decision for you in terms of medical decision.
Right.
But do I understand advance directive is I can tell people, don't put the tube on me, don't put life support on me. Is it something different if I spell out exactly, don't put life support on me? And in the meantime, I will say, let assign my older child to be my representative. So are there any contradiction?
Well, here's really no. If everybody understands the purpose of the document, let's say your child is standing there, has a medical power of attorney, and everybody says it's valid, and you say, don't put that life support or any of that equipment on me. I don't want that. You have not lost your right to make a decision. You are still the one they must listen to. And that's important. That's important. In other words, you share your right to make decisions with, say, your child. But that doesn't take away your right. And
but
that is
in case
so
that
misunderstood.
My son, he wants to try to keep me alive. And I said, well, I think mom can come back. So how do we handle this?
Well, sometimes I tell you, if we have situations where some of the children want mom removed and some of the children don't want mom removed, and if there is an argument, the medical profession will be very scared of this situation, and they would tell you to go into a room and try to work it out. You know, but
that's your problem, not
right? And that's one reason that hospitals have these wonderful ethics committees. And usually, I always say, because I have been the medical power of attorney for some people who have not had anybody, and if they call and say, "Oh, she's had a stroke, do you want to take her off the respirator?" I go, "No, you convene the ethics committee and let's talk about that." So we don't do any of these removals or that sort of thing hastily. You know, we will always be sure people are protected.
Câu hỏi tôi đặt ra là trong trường hợp tôi viết một cái giấy yêu cầu nếu chuyện gì xảy ra cho tôi, xin đừng để cái hệ thống trợ sinh là life support đó. Và tôi chỉ định người con trai đầu của tôi sẽ đại diện để quyết định những cái lo về cái chuyện y tế cho tôi. Thì trong trường hợp mà tôi ở trong cái tình trạng sức khỏe cần có life support, mà trong cái giấy thì tôi nói đừng để life support, mà con tôi nó nói thôi, tôi hy vọng là để mái trợ sinh thì có một cái giây phút nào đó mẹ tôi sẽ trở lại. Thì I get lost here.
Okay.
Advance directive, I said no life support.
Right.
My son is assigned as my rep. He said, no, I want to put life support on my mother. So,
But if there is a document and you said no life support, and the hospital will have a document, they'll scan that in, and if they have that document, they will attempt to do your wishes.
Okay.
You know, I do not want that, and you know, and if there is a relative that does want that, sometimes they will say, you know, if you want to contest this, you have to go into court.
okay.
We will try to protect mama.
Okay. Thì nếu mà cái ước nguyện của tôi là không để mái trợ sinh mà con tôi muốn, thì trong trường hợp này có thể là trưởng nam của tôi phải ra tòa để tranh đấu cái chuyện gắn mái trợ sinh cho mẹ. It's complicated, isn't it?
It's a complete what?
Complicated.
Complicated.
Yes. Well, it can be, but when we have the documents, the reason we have these documents, the will and also the advance directives, is to try to keep it from being confusing. And most clients will tell me, I just don't want them to fight. I want to have the documents that show what I want, and I don't want them to fight. I want everybody to get along after I pass away.
Yeah.
So that's what we really want.
Những cái văn kiện nói lên cái ước muốn của đương sự về mặt y tế là để tránh trong tình trạng những cái lúc mà nguy ngập như vậy, các con người có ý kiến thế này, người có ý kiến thế khác, thì tránh cái tình trạng mà anh em trong nhà xung đột với nhau trên một cái quyết định. Người thì muốn để mái trợ sinh cho mẹ, người thì thôi để mẹ ra đi an toàn. Thì cái document, cái văn kiện đó sẽ giải quyết tất cả những cái việc mà chúng ta có thể sẽ phải gặp trong những lúc khó khăn. It's good. Now, what is DNR?
DNR is do not resuscitate, and it's a separate document. But first let me go back and be sure that we understand that the will takes effect after death. The documents we're talking about now, the do not resuscitate, the
Advance directive.
advance directives, those are documents that I signed maybe at the same time I signed my will. And those take effect while I am living, and they expire at my death. Then the will takes effect. Then the will begins. So, but generally people do them at the same time. It's sort of a package. As long as we get them in there, people in there, we might as well get it all done. They're not going to want to come back, you know.
Bà chia sẻ là thông thường khi mà một người chuẩn bị cái di chúc thì cũng cùng lúc đó nên chuẩn bị cái Advance Directive và cái DNR. Cái DNR là một cái procedure, là cái khi mà cái người bệnh, is it only for heart?
Actually, that's a very good point, Angie, because the do not resuscitate really just means, and it's a separate document from the rest of the advance directives, but it really just means if my heart stops, don't start it again. Okay. That's what that means. But it's really, the full document is an out of hospital do not resuscitate, and so we see these used in like nursing facilities or at home with a hospice program, or because we had this whole area, what do we do if people don't pass in the hospital? And many people don't, maybe the hospice programs, and so a do not resuscitate out of hospital can be used, and then that's a separate document you're talking about.
But you mentioned about out of the hospital, in the hospital, in the nursing home, so what is the difference?
Well, the difference for using a document is what we found is we didn't have a document that was proper. If you're in the hospital, that directive to physicians applies. But if you're not in the hospital, then that out, and it says in the top line, out of hospital. And you get 2 doctors sign in. It's much, you know, it has to be done in a specific way so that we know what the person wants when the ambulance comes.
When the heart stops. beating.
the heart stops. I always tell people, don't call the ambulance yet. Wait until you know the person is really passed. You know?
Kính thưa quý vị, thì với cái thủ tục là khi mà tim ngừng đập thì về mặt y tế người ta có thể để cái máy để cho tim hoạt động lại. Thì có những người có cái ước muốn DNR là đừng có hồi sinh tôi lại đó, thì để cho tôi, nếu mà tim không đập thì để cho tôi từ từ mà đi. Thì bà có cho biết là có những cái trường hợp ở trong nhà thương hay là trường hợp mình ở nhà, thì đối với những người có cái ước nguyện là nếu mà tim mình không đập nữa thì khoan gọi ambulance đã, đợi đi, đợi thân nhân đợi đi, nếu mà mình thật sự ra đi thì để cho mình đi. Okay. Cảm ơn quý vị. Chúng tôi có chia sẻ rằng nhiều tin tức, nhiều thông tin quá. Bữa nay mình bị bội thực rồi, và sẽ có nhiều thông tin nữa. Thì tôi có đạt lời mời thì bà Rose Mary Redmond cũng như ông Will Chow sẽ trở lại với chúng ta trong một lần phát hình kỳ tới. Xin kính chào. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Bye bye.